welcome to Allergy Dragon's Lair. I'm your host, Martha Morgan. I happen to be a specialty diet and allergy chef, and I happen to be somebody that lives with celiac disease, a couple food allergies. But my biggest claim to fame is actually raising a child with over 30 food allergies to adulthood, amazingly enough. But before we jump into this show, which we're kind of like talking gravy today, like it's all gravy, baby. Definitely a little bit different format than what you're used to hearing, seeing on the podcast, but I'm really, really excited. So, right before we jump into that and I introduce this guest, let me do my quick disclaimer. The views expressed here on our show are the personal opinions and life experiences of our guests and ours. We are not healthcare providers or doctors. Please seek advice from your healthcare professional for any diagnoses or changes to your healthcare plan. Okay, now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, I have Mike here. Mike, well, he just told me how to say his last name too, so I'm just no, because Bucci is a book. No, Bucci. No, see, I'm still messing it up. You're gonna do that because I just killed it.
That's all right. Keep going. Yeah, you're on a roll.
Yeah, just keep saying it and you'll maybe get it right eventually, right? I'm
Mike
gonna have
Bucci. There you go. You got it right.
Bucci. Bucci.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, did I get it right? I don't even know at this point. Okay. So Mike, I'm gonna have go ahead and have you introduce yourself and you can say your last name again because
Okay.
I got it right eventually. But introduce yourself and explain your connection to the gravy cup and the MC
Okay.
and all that good stuff.
Well, thank you very much. First off, I got to tell you that the Allergy Dragons Lair is podcast is a much cooler name than the Allergy Space Ace podcast would have been. You either a Dragon's Lair fan growing up or a Space Ace fan. Dragon's
Mm-hmm.
Lair is the OG game, so it's much cooler. So shout out to you for that. There's my cred right there. But yeah, Mike Bucci, friend of the program, the Boys and Girls Haven, great group. Been volunteering with them for several years now. Full disclosure, I work at Fifth Third Bank, finance center manager of the new spot down in Nulu, 750 East Jefferson Street, down at the Mashup. You got to come and see me. But also former professional wrestler. I've done some screen work, television work, radio, you name it. Just about every form of entertainment I've done. They get a little crazy with gravy, and it's a biscuits and gravy competition. As what as that might sound, I never even knew biscuits and gravy was a thing until I moved here 20 years ago to Louisville, but it's huge. Probably going to be well over 1,000 people there that day. 30, 40 different chefs battling for all different, titles and trophies and recognition, everything from the People's Choice to a vegan category and whatnot, and non-traditional and traditional. And it's really cool. I know,
Mm-hmm.
Chef, you can probably put up some links for the cup on there. People can find me at Mike Bucci on Facebook. They can find the Boys and Girls Haven. They can find the information for tickets on there. It takes place on Saturday, February 28th. Want to say most of the VIPs will probably be there at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then everybody else gets there right after and it goes to about 12:30 or so. So
Oh,
it's a lot of fun. It's a huge day. It's a big event. And I can't wait for it.
oh yeah. Yeah. I think it's like a really awesome event. How many years have you done the MC thing? Because I've been like last year was my third year actually participating.
This is the second year I've emceed, my fifth year volunteering with them. I've done everything from work in the kitchen to cutting biscuits to serving to running food out to the chefs. I worked a bar one year, collecting money for the drinks and stuff like that. And I think I worked the front door one time. So it's just been a progression. The group last year, Jeanette and the group, they said, "Hey, Mike, we got a perfect one for you. You want to be the MC and the host?" I said, "Yep, let's do it." So
Yeah. Last year was a special year for me because I actually placed finally, so I was very
you
excited
sure
for
did.
getting the third place. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
judges love your stuff. I mean, we'll have our celebrity judges there again this year. I know Chef Brandi from Master Chef, she's going to be there. Can't wait to see her. The other
Hmm.
celebrity judges are going to be there. You never know who's going to show up with the Gravy Cup. The only way you're going
Hmm.
to know is by buying a ticket to be there. So just saying.
Exactly. You got to. Obviously, I'll have everything linked down below, like the website and all that good stuff. But this year we've actually have a venue change. Do you know
Yes.
more about that?
Yeah. I don't think there was an issue with the Melwood Center. It's famous. Everybody knows it in Louisville. Great place, but sometimes change is good. So this is the first time that I've been a part of the Gravy Cup where it's going to be at Slugger Field. It's going to be at
Mhm.
Slugger Field. Can't wait. It's going to be inside. It's going to be that huge area. I think I did an event there earlier this year for Wine, Women, and Shoes for the Family Scholar House. But it's a great area. No, that was at Churchill, actually. I'm mixing them up. But I've done several events at Slugger. It's a huge space. Everybody knows it. The parking is very convenient. It's right in the heart of Nulu Slugger Stadium down there. So definitely looking forward to that because I think it's going to even help draw even more folks to it.
I think so too. And of course, you have to go and try my gravy this year. I'm doing
Yes.
the vegan vegetarian, and then I'm also doing the special category too. So the alternative one. I'm not doing traditional this year. So
Okay.
super excited. Yeah, be interesting,
I'm
right?
excited to meet the chefs. All the chefs had different stories last year. Keith Kaiser came out from DRB, and Sam from LKY. He came out and covered us in some of the restaurants. I think there were some good ones on there. I mean, my traditional favorites like Biscuit Belly, Louisville Bourbon Inn, so many different groups in town compete in this, and they take a lot of honor in winning that Gravy Cup. So it's
Mhm.
uh it's more than what I had no idea anything that went into like I don't want to minimize it, but like gravy and biscuits, like what is this? I never knew it was a breakfast until a couple years back, and I really looked into it. And it's a Southern thing, and people live and die for it, man. They cannot wait to get their biscuits and gravy that day. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, it's a really cool event because and the judging is done really well. It really is blind judging, which you don't find a lot in a lot of supposed blind judging,
Yes,
different cooking competitions I've been in. And this one truly is, the judges don't come out until you're all are getting ready to announce and walking around. And actually it was funny because I had interaction with Judge Brandi. She was walking out. It was right before you all were getting ready to judge. She was like, "Have they announced yet?" And I'm like, "No." And I was just excited to talk to her. And she came over and she was like, pointed at my gravy and she goes, "Oh, this is this one." And so I was telling them, she was like, we into going over like how they do the judging, which I already kind of
yeah.
knew, but it was neat to hear her. But when she said this one was good, I was like, I looked at my husband and said, I'm going to go up here. I think I may have won some.
I agree. I mean, it's you never know who's going to show up there. I know we have a couple judges this year. I'll be meandering around. There's your four-syllable word for the day. But meandering around, meeting the different chefs, doing some sound bites with them, taking some footage, just kind of interviewing them and getting their advertising out too. It's like it's a great networking event. So
Mhm.
I think uh I think it's going to be cool. I'm definitely excited for it.
It is very cool. And I've really been encouraging a lot of people to come out because it's, home chefs are there too. And there are people that are there every year. And I just enjoy going to see people I've met over the years. So it's always fun. So how much gravy do you get to actually eat? Do you actually get time to like taste all the gravies?
I do. And my girlfriend will tell you too, I'm not the most adventurous eater in the world. So for me, I will rather go plain. There's my little plain biscuits and gravy. I don't need all the different spices and concoctions. Robin will be there that day, and I'm sure she'll want to taste every single one of them. And she'll make fun of me for not adventuring out of my comfort zone. Babe, this year I might. I might get a little crazy this year. Give me some of the pepper gravy. I've tried the allergy dragon layer gravy. So because I really
Yeah.
like them a lot as people. Yeah, yeah. So she's gonna force me to try some of these. So,
Okay,
but
good.
the
I'll hold her.
vibe in
I'll
the
hold her
room
to
is,
it.
yeah, it's a great morning. It's a lot of fun. Louisville is a really, and you probably know this more than me. I never understood like, and I want to phrase this the right way. There's like a cool underground of like food in Louisville, like a Food Network underground type thing. 4th Street Live every year they have several vendors come out for like a mac and cheese festival. They had a bacon festival, a street food festival. So this when this hit, and I went to this, I said, "Oh, there's like a whole lot of the foodie people, foodies, I guess you call them, that come to this." And they came and they supported the cause, which to me, I average about 400 volunteer hours a year with about 30 different groups and everything from the Salvation Army to the Dare to Care, the Boys and Girls Haven, Boys and Girls Club. I was the very fortunate recipient of a WLKY Bell Award this year for the volunteer work in the community. So to me, the mission always outweighs what the payoff is. So the trophies are great and all that, and I love seeing everybody, but it always comes down to how much we raise because I believe in the cause. So
Yeah, and it is a really great cause. People don't realize how Boys and Girls Haven and what they do in the community. It's not just taking care of wayward kids or people. Sometimes when I first moved here, people just thought they took care of the quote unquote bad kids, and that's really not what the Boys and Girls Haven. That's not really their sole mission. We even experienced it with my middle son. We had some help from them. So it is a cause near and dear to my heart as well. And so I think that it's just one of those things that you really need to give back. And I work with Dare to Care and several other things. And so it's not about just the gravy. It is a good time and it really raises money for a really great cause. So I think that that's part of the
yes.
passion, like the passion behind the food itself. And then you're doing a really good deed for a really great cause.
Yes.
So
It's always a lot of my stuff is food related too, the different pantries and whatnot. You mentioned Dare to Care. I'll be there this Saturday. They're predicting record cold this Saturday morning. The fourth Saturday of every month, we go to the food bank on Fern Valley, and we do the
Hmm.
drive-through. Cars come through, and we load them up with food. It's going to be a high of 18 degrees on Saturday. So I'm already getting like my Long Johns ready and all my stuff and whatnot. But so this, all my endeavors, so many of them related to food. So emceeing this event, they asked me again. I would have been almost insulted if they didn't ask. Like, I can't wait to be a part of this. I'm gonna have my patrol guys there that day, John and Kyle, and my media team, and all my people running around, and we're gonna make an event out of it.
That's very, very cool. Yeah, I can't wait. This will be my fourth year competing. And like I said, it's a really awesome cause. And that's the biggest driving factor for me. And it's a good time on top of it. So,
Yeah, and you get to meet a lot of other chefs and get to, compare notes and talk to folks and just promote and get out there. The news networks will be there that day, and we'll get to shake some hands and meet some fans. And well, like I tell them all the time, whether you're a fan of mine from the different organizations, or you were a fan of mine when I was wrestling with WWE, or you knew me from Fifth Third Bank, or like whatever it may be, when you see me and we connect and we kind of got that vibe going, well, now you're part of this, and now you get to work with this group or another one, or connect you with the group that maybe never heard of allergy free vegan food before. Like, everybody has a niche, right? So when we piece these all together like Legos, we kind of got our Lego masterpiece at the end. That's what I look at it.
yeah, great way to put everything together for us. Oh, your
My
nephew Logan.
nephew
Okay.
Logan has very bad food allergies. So, your thing caught my eye because I didn't even know it was a niche. Like, who would even know if you go out and eat somewhere? Like, who handles that? So you're very unique in what you do.
Well, thank you for that. And that was one thing I wanted to bring about was like the food allergy aspect. The organizer events do encourage everybody to actually list their allergens and that kind of thing in their food. So for the people that are listening that would may want to attend that have food allergies, my food may not be the only food that you can eat. And that's not to say that everybody can eat the food I make because people can be allergic to anything. That's one thing we like to keep in mind. But the fact that they're very conscious of that when I first started with this group I was really impressed with. So just keeping that in mind for anybody that wants to attend.
Yeah.
So we will have everything linked down below. And I think we're going to get ready to wrap up because I don't think there's any more good things we can say about Boys and Girls Haven or stress how much we really love the organization and the Gravy Cup and that everybody should attend. I'm sure there's still more tickets available. And I think you can even still participate as a chef. I don't know. I mean, they do have a limited amount, but definitely check that out. I'll have it linked below. But I always ask my guests on here, do you have anything else you want to say that we didn't cover? And or do you want to leave an ending thought?
Martha, great wrap up right there. I will say, if you're a chef and you're considering doing this year, all you have to really do is bring your gravy. They have the biscuits for you. They have a station for you. They have places to plug in. They have all the equipment. Like, you're good to go on that. You just got to come. So find me, find Martha. We'll get you in there. What I'm going to leave you with is this. This is what I say in most of the interviews I do around town. I always say, listen, I've done an awful lot in my life. I've been all around the world. I've seen everything but the wind. I've been everywhere but the electric chair. But on February 28th, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than Louisville, Kentucky at Slugger Field for the biscuits and gravy competition of a lifetime. Come and see the Allergy Dragon, see all the other chefs, see people duking it out. They're getting crazy over gravy that day. And I guarantee you, you are going to get your money's worth. You're going to help out a great cause, and you're going to make some memories in the process. I cannot wait for this.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, thanks so
Yeah,
much
you
again,
could.
Mike. Love it, love it. Well, Mike, I love you. I love the Boys and Girls Haven. I love the Gravy Cup. And thanks again so much for being on the
Of course.
podcast. And I'll have everything listed below on how you can get a contact with everybody and everything. Mike, follow the Gravy Cup, help out with the Boys and Girls Haven. I'm sure they're also looking for volunteers. Hint, hint, free
Yes.
gay gravy,
Yep.
volunteers. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks
Thank
again.
you, chef.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye.